With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at our home side in this one. It's a relatively balanced offense. The next-gen stats kind of bear that out. What do you think they'll be looking to do in this one?
I think it'll be exactly what you just talked about. They'll want to be balanced on offense, which means to them, they'll want everyone involved. See if they can get some one-on-ones in the passing game. Maybe identify some situation where it can swing the ball to the back.
3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, they'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They'll take that 14 yards on play number 1. Well, for Alvin Kamara, that speed-size combo, just about exactly what you want for a running back. And he uses that size, that strength to bust through a would-be tackler there. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
On 1st down, Hurts. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Myles Garrett, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Kamara up the middle. 8 yards here, so that gets them back within striking distance. And now it's 3rd down. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And with the playoffs ahead, this is how you build momentum because they pitched a shutout last week.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this. And now it's a prime opportunity, just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. The hat trick +1, 4 trips to the end zone with his legs.
And partner, you know how all the guys do when they do that little symbol now about eating, right? Keep feeding me, feeding me. They just kept feeding him and feeding him, and next thing you know, he kept getting in the end zone.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, he had to wait until December, but congrats to the rookie, his first INT.
Yeah, he's been a reliable contributor for this defense throughout the season. Definitely got a bright future and has gotten even brighter after making that play.
They begin on the ground with Kamara, and nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 18 carries, 95 yards, and a score.
11 touchdowns on the ground this season, and the pride really extends throughout the entire offense. And in this case, I'm focusing on the offensive line. The leverage, the ability to get downfield, make that extra block in order to give him more space to run. They really look forward to him carrying the football because they're going to get him to the end zone.
2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that's caught. It's Bryan Edwards. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 39-yard line. Trying the left side with Kamara. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Hurts eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Touchdown, Broncos. Will Dissly, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. But Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
Personal foul. Roughing a kicker. Defense.
And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, it's team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through, and I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. Tries the left side and finds Olave. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Well, partner, this offense 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. You know, they too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing on a Monday night 38-24 to the Dolphins at the Orange Bowl. December 2nd of '85, but then they never lose again en route to winning Super Bowl 20.
And when you look back on it, partner, didn't it almost feel like a setup game? Because they were playing the Dolphins, and the Dolphins were protecting their franchise's undefeated season of 1972, that team. And you know what that team does. They love to celebrate the fact that they still are the only...
Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Let's go.
Now Purdy. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, I could spin this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage. But when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
And this time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. Slant pass complete to Olave. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
If this were baseball, we call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 2nd and 9, Purdy. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Mike Gesicki, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Oilers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Extra point up and good by Garibay. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. Defense.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Hurts throw pulled in by Lamb. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is.
The ball is out. Kamara fumbled it. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having two hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
Purdy's throw caught by Olave. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
Alex Singleton, the linebacker, there on the tackle. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Counter play with Jacobs. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. On 3rd down, it's Purdy. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 16. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now a give to Jacobs running right. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, the pass rush has got real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
A final shot before break. Purdy. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So a touchdown apiece. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the 2nd half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard. So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. Hurts. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. Isaiah Hodgins. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Houston set to take over. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 29, Purdy. And this one's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Got an open man. It's Olave. He's going to have the first down and then some. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play there on the catch and run. 34 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And oh, he coughed it up. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
It's not exactly round and round we go, but I'm looking at the poor defenses. All right, back-to-back possessions. The ball's turned over.
Back-to-back plays.
I mean, just that quickly, and you think you're going to the bench to get a little break, and all of a sudden you're hearing sudden change. Get back out there, grabbing your helmets and running back out on the field. I don't think it's going to affect them much now, but if this keeps up, you're going to have two very angry defenses. You want the offense to take care of the ball.
Jacobs going to try the middle, and he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And this is caught inside the 5. A huge play there for Houston. 43 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Brock Purdy keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Oilers are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Garibay. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 1. Well, now how about this return? He's to midfield. Still going past the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Broncos. play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Chris Olave heads back to the field as his guys get set for another possession. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
50 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Purdy to throw it on first down. And he whips that one incomplete there.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing here, Purdy. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. With 3rd down coming up.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage. And that throw had no shot.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Purdy from the gun. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Broncos are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll start this drive out on the ground. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On 2nd and 2, Hurts. Short throw to Disley. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
7 yards there and a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Hurts to throw. On the out route, it's left. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. They'll run it with Kamara, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. CeeDee Lamb from 3 yards out. And the Broncos get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb. Houston's offense taking over again. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. 3rd and 7 now. Purdy looking to throw. To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Welcome back now to Denver, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Purdy's throw taken in by Sutton. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Again, it's Purdy to throw it. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. And they're going to speed things up here. Throwing again on 2nd down. Purdy flushed out right. Man open is Robinson. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 18. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Throwing on 2nd and long. Purdy, and this is incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Purdy, big 4th down play. And this one is incomplete. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Broncos will take over on downs. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Now, defensively here, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and
there he goes left side. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Still throwing. With the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era when we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. It'll be Hurts on the option. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. This was a very close one.